You're looking at moving to the Eagle, Idaho area, a fantastic suburb of the Boise, Idaho area, but you want to know what it's like to live in Eagle, Idaho. What are the pros and cons? What are some of the top things to do in Eagle and all around Eagle? Well, in this video, we're diving into all of those details. My name is Curtis Chism. I moved here from San Diego, California a couple years ago, and I absolutely love living in Boise, Idaho. I am a local real estate agent and the #1 agent in my brokerage here in the state of Idaho, and I love helping people just like you make the move here to Idaho. Reach out to me if you have any questions about making the move. Let's dive into everything about what you need to know about living in Eagle, Idaho. First up, we're going to talk about where exactly is Eagle in relation to Boise and some of the other towns right around in the Boise, Idaho area. So in the map here, you've got Boise, Idaho located right here, basically up right along the foothills, kind of on the eastern side of what we call the Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley is made up of basically two counties, which is Ada County and Canyon County, with Boise falling in Ada County. And then you've got Eagle right next door to Boise, Idaho, which is also part of Ada County. Ada is made up of Boise, Eagle, Meridian. You've probably heard of Meridian if you've done any kind of research around here. And then also Star and Kuna. That makes up Ada County. Now, Eagle, Idaho is a relatively small town compared to the town of Boise. Of course, Boise is small if you're coming from a major metro in California, like myself, coming from San Diego County at 3 million people. Here in the whole Treasure Valley area, depending on how you count things, there's probably around 800 to 900,000 people in the whole Treasure Valley. The city of Boise itself is 275,000, and then Eagle only has about 25,000 people that make up this quaint little beautiful town of Eagle, Idaho. Now, some of the huge benefits of living in Eagle is just the access to so many different types of activities. First up, is located right along the Boise River. Now, these rivers are not like what you're used to in California, where if they're even flowing at all, they're brown and muddy and kind of nasty. These are beautiful, clear river waters. Even though they're running out of our local mountains and through the cities, they are very, very clear, and they are so much fun to go and spend an afternoon or an evening at in our long summer nights that we have here in Idaho. It does get warm and it stays light until around 9:30, 10, sometimes 10:30 at night. And a perfect way to cool off during those long summer, dog days of summer, are going to the Boise River, and Eagle offers that direct access that you're looking for if you're moving here to the Boise, Idaho area. You could potentially buy a home located right on the river, or potentially right next to it with easy foot access or bike access to it, or your home might just be within 5 to 10 minutes of the Boise River. My family loves going to the river, so it's really nice to have very easy access to the river for fishing, for just floating in it, splashing around in it with your kids. We love to just put our chairs in the water, cool our feet and legs off. What you'll find is that the temperature drops significantly right by the water. In fact, you'll probably find it feels about 10 to 15 degrees cooler because you have that ice cold water running out of the local mountains from snowmelt, and it essentially acts as a heat sink, cooling off the air right around you. Now, it also has amazing access to the foothills, to all kinds of camping. If you want to do more camping and you want better access to those mountains without having to drive an extra half hour to get to the mountains, Eagle offers a perfect opportunity for that. Very easy access, especially right up Highway 55, which is going to shoot you right into the local mountains. And the mountains we have here in Idaho are absolutely stunning and gorgeous. But of course, for California, to access the mountains, you got to drive into a town, maybe like Mammoth Mountain, but you have to usually then hike into it to really experience. Here, you can drive through all the mountains and see all of these amazing sights from your car, but then you can park and do your day hikes, or you can do longer camping trips. We have a camper trailer, and we love taking it out and camping either at private campgrounds or state campgrounds. You can also do a lot of boondocking here. There's so much federal land. That's a pro or con, depending on how you look at it, for sure. But the nice thing about it is there are a lot of BLM, Bureau of Land Management land, where you can camp on for free if you're set up to boondock. Now, there's also some really amazing parks here in Eagle, Idaho. If you have young children, you cannot beat the parks that are located in Eagle, Idaho. First up, we've got Reed Merrill Park, and that is a huge playground just built a few years ago and a splash pad. But the cool thing about it, it is located right on the greenbelt next to the river. So you go through the park, get on the greenbelt, you can walk, you can ride your bike, whatever that might be, and then you can access the river for all those things I described earlier. There's also the Stephen Gruber Park, which is also a really, really nice park and splash pad tucked into the local neighborhoods. It's a public park that you can access. There's also Eagle Island State Park, Again, access to the river. I think you're maybe seeing a theme here, but all kinds of other things to do. Especially during the wintertime, it's super fun because they set up this huge sled area where you can inner tube down this big ice tube, essentially. Super fun, but you gotta be careful because it's easy to hurt yourself. And of course, in the wintertime, winter sports are huge here in Idaho. So if you love skiing, snowmobiling, snowboarding, cross-country skiing, whatever that might be, very easy access, once again, to get into the foothills and the mountains to do all those activities. We love driving up to Cascade and McCall, and Eagle offers that easier access, just about 2 hours to get to McCall, get to Tamarack with the ski resorts, and of course, there's Bogus Basin, only about 45 minutes away from Eagle. And Bogus Basin is not a ski resort where you'd stay at overnight. It's something you go up for a few hours or a day, hit the slopes, and then come back to your home. Now, what you need to know about Eagle is that the price points here are gonna be the highest price points in the Treasure Valley. There are areas of Boise that also hit this median price point, but essentially you're gonna expect to pay around $1 million for a home, but that depends on what you're looking to buy. You certainly can buy it for less, in the 600,000 range, depending on the type of home. That's usually gonna be an older, mid-century home, might need some fixing up potentially, all the way up into the multi-millions if you're looking for a much larger home, 4,000 to 6,000 square feet. And if you're trying to get acreage, then you're gonna run into the 3, 4, 5, up to $10 million range. But you certainly can get into Eagle for just under sub $1 million, but expect to pay probably between $800 to $1.5 million for most of the folks that I see moving into the Eagle, Idaho area. Now, you are gonna find that the homes here are spectacular for the most part, and you're gonna find all kinds of neighborhoods like Legacy Community, for instance. This is a brand new community that's been built out over the last several years. However, it's almost done. It's in this last phase as I'm recording this video. So you can get resale homes that are still nearly new, but a fantastic, beautiful community that people really, really love. If you're moving from California, there are a lot of Californians that move in here. I was just talking to someone the other day and referred to themselves as expats moving from California, and everyone's kind of from California here. So if you're looking for that, want to be around a lot of Californians that are fleeing for probably the same reasons that you and I are looking to or have fled for, well, then that could definitely be an option. But this is a really cool area. You've got all kinds of ponds and lakes, tons of walking trails. A lot of the homes are built right on the pond. You have your own little docks. Take your paddle boards out there. You can fish, do catch and release. There's also a 3-hole executive golf course here. There's tennis courts, basketball courts. There's also a park where they do community events at the park. They've got food trucks here. Now, right up the street, you got Dry Creek Ranch. This is primarily built by one single builder. However, sometimes they sell off a few lots to smaller custom builders. If you can find those smaller custom builders, you may want to check those out. You may have a better overall experience than what I've seen with the primary builder in that area, but it's a really fantastic community and also a lot of other expats that live in that neighborhood as well. I've done whole videos about that community if you're looking for that. And then just up the road from that, if you're looking for more foothill type community, you've got Hidden Springs and Cartwright Ranch. Hidden Springs kind of has that little bit of a Truman Show thing going on in it. They have its own elementary school, its own restaurants, its own little shops, its own fire department, its own water district. So you don't really have a lot of need to actually leave Hidden Springs and Cartwright Ranch if you move there. Now, Eagle has its own Home Depot. It has all kinds of high-end shopping and restaurants located throughout Eagle. Now, again, there's only 25,000 people, so it is a relatively small town, but it's located immediately up against Boise and against Meridian. Now, probably the primary drawback that you're gonna find with Eagle is the amount of traffic that is developing in Eagle, especially on Eagle Road, which was the main road that runs from Eagle down through essentially Boise and Meridian to hit to the I-84 freeway, and where a lot of people work, maybe go to school. So what happens is when you get to Eagle, it narrows from 3 lanes down to 1 lane as you hit the downtown Eagle area, and the traffic does get very, very bad right around Eagle Road. That's gonna be your primary drawback to living in Eagle, Idaho. Other than that, if you're looking for ease of life, the amenities around you, access to all kinds of outdoor activities, and some beautiful, gorgeous homes, Eagle is a fantastic option. If you're looking to move to Eagle, Idaho, or anywhere else in the Treasure Valley, all you gotta do is reach out to me via the contact information on the screen or down below. I help people all the time, just like you and you and you and you, make the move to Boise, Idaho. I am the #1 real estate agent at my brokerage, eXp Realty, in the whole state of Idaho. It means that I help a ton of people make the move here. And I absolutely love helping people like you make the move. I have a master's degree in construction management. I specialize in helping people with new construction. If you're looking to buy new construction homes, I have entire videos and playlists on my channel about what it's like to buy a new construction home and how to just walk you through that process. It's my wheelhouse. Reach out to me if you're looking to explore more videos about moving to Idaho, maybe Eagle, the Treasure Valley, pros and cons. Just watch this video right here where we go into more detail, and I'll see you on that next video.